Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here, back on the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel for a sneak peek, day 4 of our upcoming 5th birthday release. It's hitting the shop on June 8th. We also have a ton of other fun things going on our Facebook page, so be sure to check that out. The link to it is in the description box below. There's prizes over there and games. You're going to love it. So let's jump into today's sneak peeks. First up is a 4x6 stamp set called Teacup Blooms. There is a coordinating die. There are 10 stamps and 9 dies. Here you can see it, and you can see it has this really pretty teacup, flowers that can sit in it, or you can fill it with some tea. There are some blooms you can use, and a leaf, a tea bag, and a little tiny sentiment that fits on the tea bag, and there's even a die to cut it out. It's so tiny and so cute. So you can layer the flowers on top of your teacup, and it is just full and gorgeous. And you can stamp the solid image of the tea, which is the only image that doesn't have a die. You can see this set in action at the end of this video in my demonstration, as well as this set, Punny Cup of Tea, and it's got all the sentiments you could possibly want to stamp with any teacup image. I really like the one that says just saying chai. Have a beautiful day. Tea-rific. So glad we're besties. Hey, cutie. Let's party. Cup of positivity. I mean, this would be really cute for like a little tea party inspired card. All right, let's move on to one set I am super excited about. It's the Party Alphabet. This set and die set is a set inspired by our Simply Sentimental stamps. It's a font used in Simply Sentimental. We've created it into an alphabet, and it is so much fun because you can use this alphabet stamp set all by itself. But then there is this super cool and amazing die set, because not only can you die cut out your stamped letters, but there is a die that die cuts out the letter that you can use by itself. You can also use the die that die cuts out the stamped image as a shadow layer for your die cut letter. See all the possibilities? You could use this die set all by itself. It's a standalone die set, but they work so good together, and you're going to want to have both. At least I want to have both. I'm loving it. And what I love about this set is you can color in that open space of the letters. I do it all the time with my Simply Sentimental, so to be able to do customizable sentiments, I'm loving. So here's the stamped image die cut out. Here's the die cut letter on that shadow layer. So I think I'm going to have a ton of fun with these. I think you could even make them like balloon letters. All right, so here I've stamped it on a card saying happy stamping, because you know that's what I always say, and made a card for a crafty friend. It says, don't drink the paint water. Now this set that I used is one we already have in the shop, and it went really well with my customized sentiment. And did you notice the background on that card? It's new. It's the Abstract Scratch 6x6 background stamp. It is so fun. Look at this all stamped out. I am loving background stamps so much lately. I've always loved them, and I love that we have them in the shop, and they just really add to a card when you can add a little something to your background. So the next one is the wavy lines background. This is great for all the under the sea and aquatic themed things we have going on, but I think if you turned it sideways, you could totally have it like party streamers. Right? So fun. I love the thickness of these lines, and I have used it on a card right here. Oh my word. I love how this card turned out. I put vellum over the top with the Just Keep Swimming set by Love Danny and one of our new mermazing mermaids there. The die cuts are from Mermaid Cove. Those things were in my previous videos, day 2 and day 3. If you missed them, I will link them for you below. And then we have our cut and foil set called Mug of Flowers, and there is a die that cuts out this particular hot foiled shape, which is a mug full of flowers. It's so pretty, and in one pass of your Glimmer Hot Foil system and die machine, you have this gorgeous cup full of blooms. I colored it up. I had so much fun doing it. I used Copic markers on this, but I also love doing colored pencils on my hot foiled images, but it's just so much fun to color. I love the gold shiny outline. It's so pretty. And I created this into a card so you can see what that looks like here. I love the black and white background. It just makes the card pop. Those white gemstones are new. I'm going to be sharing all the new embellishments in the day 5 video. Tomorrow is a good one, so be sure you come back for that. So that's all of the sneak peeks. Now we're going to jump into the demonstration part of the video. This is the teacup that I showed you at the beginning of the video. I am taking one of the smallest blooms and stamping right on this teacup, and that is going to make it like a decorative pattern. So I stamped 3 and I set to coloring them. I'm starting with R22, R21 as my mid-tone, and R20 for my lightest color. And this is just going to help bring this cup to life with some decoration on it. But as I colored, I felt like I needed more flowers. Like 3 just looked a little awkward. So I am using some tape to mask off the edge of the cup so I can stamp a flower in each corner. And 5 was such a better look. So I went ahead and colored those in, and then I thought I wanted my cup to be kind of off-white, but I wasn't loving it. It kind of matched too much with the tea. So you'll see that I'm going to change that as I'm coloring out the green handle. Now this cup was inspired by my dishes that I inherited from my grandmother. They're Desert Rose. It's a cream colored cup. It has pink and green flowers on it and a green handle that kind of looks like a vine. And so that's the look I was going for, but I just wasn't loving the color of the teacup in this particular case. So I went ahead and colored it green like my handle, and I really, really love how it turns out. And I love those kind of happy accidents, like, I'm not really loving that. So you change it up and it becomes something that you didn't even plan on making. It's a happy surprise. I love that. So I'm going to have a green cup, and I just kept coloring it till I got the look that I wanted. I decided the saucer should be pink like the flowers, and then I colored the center of my flowers with a gold gel pen, and that made the look. Look at that. Oop. Love it. Okay, for my background, this is a piece of paper that I had created a background on previously, not in this video, and it was done with shaving cream. And I'm going to use that to stamp the leaf image. It's kind of like a branchy leaf, and I'm using clear embossing ink, and then I'm going to emboss this with gold powder. And I'm just creating my own background using the stamps from this set. And gold embossing on pink, it is so beautiful. And embossing is like that first thing I learned in stamping that I was like, what in the world? It's magic. And it is still magic. After all these years, I have been crafting for 20 some years. I still love embossing. So I did that for the background, and then I colored them in with the same green Copic markers I used on my cup. And I'm just really creating almost like my own patterned paper, but it's customized for this card. So along the lines of customizing it, I am adding a stamped flower, the same one I used on the cup, and I'm using Abandoned Coral Distress Oxide ink. That way I know it's going to stamp right on top of my colored paper and show up the way I want it to. That's what I love about Distress Oxide. It layers over other colors. Okay, time for a little splatter. I can't make my own background without splatter. Well, I probably could, but I don't want to do it without splatter. So I have some gold metallic watercolor there, and it just adds to that shiny effect. Then I brought out a piece of our black and white pattern paper and cut a 1-inch strip for the bottom for my teacup to sit upon. And then before I put everything together, I just felt like I needed to liven up the tea in the cup. So I brought out my E13 marker just to give it some shading, and that did the trick. I liked it so much better. Then I added the little For You sentiment onto my tag there, and I did color that in with the green markers, added my little string there. It's so cute. Oh my word. And it has like a little bow at the end. So darling. So I added some glue, and I am going to attach that. So part of it's touching the tea, part of it's touching the little saucer, and it glues on perfectly. I'm going to lay that in place. I have not stuck it down yet because I want to do a customized sentiment using this new punny sentiment set, and it's going to say have a BU Beautiful Day. And there's 3 different images because you can create customized sentiments with this set, as I'm doing, and change it up. But let me tell you about the struggle of getting these where you want them to be and them sticking to your fingers. It's real. I thought I'd leave this in here even though it's greatly sped up. Oh my word. I had some struggles here and then oh yeah, I think that's where I want it. No, it's not straight. I mean, I just kept going at it, but finally I got it where I wanted. But to make sure, I put a post-it note down, stamped it to make sure it was spaced good, it was centered, it wasn't crazy because I'm stamping right on my card front. You know, it needs to be good. So a little double check there and I was good to go. I stamped it with black ink and it is beautiful. I love it. All right, now I can add my teacup. I did pop it up with some foam squares and I have another flower from the set that I wanted to add just for decorative purposes. It's so pretty. And so that's going to go right on the little table next to my teacup and it's gorgeous. Okay, we're adding this to an A2 sized card, so it has a white border all the way around. That's my favorite. I love to have the border of the card kind of draw your eye into the center. Next, we have some of our new confetti elements, and these are so fun. They're great for shakers because they're mostly flat with a tiny bit of an edge. They're very iridescent. The color is not too overpowering, so it'll pick up a little bit of the color from behind it, and it just is like the perfect embellishment. Lightweight, great for mailing. It's not going to poke through your envelope. Yeah, they're really cool. We have them in so many colors, and like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be sharing all the embellishments, so stay tuned for that. But there is a really beautiful image in this set of flowers. I thought it would be great to stamp it on the inside of the card in the corner so you had something beautiful to see when you open the card as well. So I did that to complete this card, and man, this release is amazing. I hope you guys come back tomorrow, check out my sneak peek video for day 5, and if you missed any of the previous videos, I will have all 3 of those linked for you below. And again, we're having this release hit the shop on June 8th, and we have a special bonus gift for you guys, a little stamp set and die set if you place a $100 order. So I wanted to make sure you knew about that before the big day gets here. And on the big day, we're going to be having hops on Instagram and YouTube. So be sure to come back and join us for all the fun this week, and I will see you very soon. Happy stamping! Bye!